Good evening to you, bro.
Good evening, bro.
How you doing today?
I'm fine. I'm good.
All right.
Normal.
Beautiful game of football, Rivers United versus Plateau United, and we saw the game ending 3-1. At the dying minute, this should have been a clean sheet for Rivers United, but we saw at the final third of the game, they conceded a goal, and it ended 3-1. I could see that some of the players were kind of frustrated because they wanted it to be a clean sheet, but that's football for you. So can I get your thoughts on the matchup tonight?
Well, they should count their blessings and name them one by one, because this Plateau United, they are not a walkover. Okay, I understand the mood in this camp is not so nice because they just found themselves out of the Confederations Cup by USM Algiers. Okay, that's being said. The game started on a very bright note. Okay, this is more like, okay, can they redeem themselves? Mind you, Rivers United is sitting just at fourth place behind 20th position. So we are talking about at 17th place. They are currently at 17th place, and that is a position for relegation for the Nigerian League. Okay, at 34 points. Fine. But then we know that they have many games that have not been played. Mind you, this is week 30 of the Nigerian Premier League, and Rivers United, after today's game, has played 24 games. Remember, 6 more games to go. But then they are sitting at 17th position, and people are like, oh, come on. Some persons out there are saying that, see, the Rivers United that we know might not make it into the Confederation Cup. And mind you, for you to qualify for the Continental, that's the Confederation Cup, for you to qualify for the CAF Confederation Cup, you should be around the 2nd position or the 4th position. But then you might also you will need to play the qualifier series before you get into the group stage. Fine. Can Rivers United, we're not talking about the CAF Champions League, no. We're talking about, for them, would they be able to go back to the CAF Champions League that they were ousted just last weekend? That is the big question. But there are doubts surrounding Rivers United. What are these doubts? Because from the 24 games that have been played, they have only won 9. Only 9 from the 24 games that have been played. So they have not even gone close to 50%. Okay, of the games that have been played, at least win. Then we're also talking about that for the draws, they have drawn 7 draws and lost 8. So it's a tough time for this club right now, because you also have seen a club that cannot score plenty goals, but today they made their mark today, scoring plenty goals. And you also saw that they are a conceding side, and that was the reason why when they consider that goal, you see the mood in the stadium and among the players. It went just so down. The defender out there was not so fine. He wasn't fine with it at all. He started ranting on his own like somebody that has lost it. But then it happens in football. The question now is, how can they be able to, within the 6 games that is remaining before they meet up the usual number of games. Mind you, like I said, week 30, some clubs have played their 30th game. Rivers United has played 24. How can they be able to find themselves up there? And you are talking about, will they be able to take out Enugu Rangers? Will they be able to take out Eimba? Will they be able to take out Remo? Are you getting me? How can they? What about? I would say Plateau United, because Plateau United found themselves almost at that position. Okay, how would they be able to drive to that position? That is what I do not, have so much faith in, because of how they've fared this season. It's a tough call for them, but then let's see how it goes. We'll be back again. But some persons out there are also saying that the best opportunity for Rivers United to qualify for CAF, for continental football, is for them to win the FA Cup. But brother man, sister woman watching me, it is not an easy feat. The Rivers United we see now, I don't see them winning the FA Cup unless something drastic happens, or there is a super change or miracle that happens alongside.
So talking about super change or miracle, do you see the management of Rivers United, being a factor in their their poor form this season?
Well, when things happen like this, it is not just about the players. It is a collective effort from the players, from the managers of the league, of the club, and everything around the club. Okay, it might even just be because of a lack of logistics. That could still be the issue. Maybe they get to their games very late and very tired by the time they play their away games. They are and that happens to many Nigerian clubs out there. Sometimes they don't get to their location a day before. And not even getting to the day before, sometimes they get so late into the dark hours. And by the time they get to their location, they are just so tired. In the morning, they just manage their bodies, and before you know it, they get into the pitch and they are beating. So these are the issues, not just about the coach, but then some person will be like, okay, some persons are clamoring that, Sunday Eguma has overstayed his time in the club. Okay, it is. Some also say that it is not his family property. Okay, I understand all that, but then we should also consider the fact that this club, at least repeatedly, have been to the CAF Champions League. But we also know that, it's not just about being at the CAF Champions League or being at the Confederation Cup. There are no trophies to this. But let's not also forget that 2 seasons ago, they were the champions of the Npfl.
Yes, obviously. Yeah. All right, thank you so much for your contribution, and good to hear from you, and I hope to hear from you again.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Yeah.